We made a little bit of a mistake historically. We thought that a Jew is precious because he does mitzvahs. Well, even if he doesn't do mitzvahs, but the Eibishter gave him mitzvahs, he could do mitzvahs. The Eibishter gave us the Torah, and since then, because we have the Torah, we are precious. Because we are the people of the book, even if we don't read the book. So when did we become precious? At Har Sinai. And what made us precious? The Torah. He gave us Torah, he gave us mitzvahs, so we're special. Certainly if you do the mitzvahs and you learn the Torah, well, then now you're really special. But even if you don't, you're a little special because you have the Torah. Torah makes you special. Mitzvahs makes you special, even if you don't do the mitzvah. And that was a very dangerous misreading of the Eibishter's intentions. The truth, of course, is the opposite. Why were we given the Torah and why were we given the mitzvahs? Not to make us special, but because we were special. There's something about a Jew that the Eibishter is obsessed with. So if he was going to give anyone the Torah, of course he was going to give it to us. If anyone was going to do his mitzvahs, of course it's going to be us. But it's an insulting mistake to think that the Eibishter loves us because of our mitzvahs. It doesn't work that way. And that's why the Torah is sometimes referred to as a gift, a matana. Shabbos is a matana. Mitzvahs are a gift. Who do you give a gift to? Someone who is not special, but will become special after you give them the gift? That doesn't make any sense. And if the gift is a very precious gift, it's even more so. Who are you giving this precious gift to? Someone who is not important to you, but will become important because you just gave away your most important thing? That's not logical. So what does Elul tell us? What is special about Tishrei? It's the 7th month, Chedesh Hashvi, because it is satiated with mitzvahs. You have shofar, and you have fasting, and you have sukkah, and you have lulav. It's full of mitzvahs. Before we get to Tishrei and all those mitzvahs, the Eibishter comes out into the field to let us know those mitzvahs are not the condition for our relationship. I will come to you in a field, in a desert, when you're not doing any mitzvahs. So don't make the mistake. Of course I want you to come to the palace, and I want you to hear the shofar and fast on Yom Kippur and shake a lulav and esrog on Sukkot. Of course. But that is not a condition. So, Chai Elul, when the Baal Shem Tov came into the world to tell us that the simple Jew is in some way as precious, more precious, he was changing everything. It was a total redesign of Yiddishkeit. turned everything upside down. The mitzvah is special because Jews do them, not the other way around. Of course, it was such a radical statement, the Baal Shem Tov had to break the news slowly, gradually, in small pieces, otherwise nobody would have been able to handle it. It wasn't until the Chai Elul of the Alter Rebbe that he was able to explain exactly what this means. What does it mean that a Ish Poshet can be holier or greater than a Talmud Chacham? So, if you were going to be honest, when you heard that the Baal Shem Tov was Mekarev, simple people, and he loved the simple Jew, how do you understand that? What does he love about a simple Jew? The Talmud Chacham has knowledge, and he has wisdom, and he has information, and he does mitzvahs, and he serves the Eibishter 24 hours a day. What does the Ish Poshet have? What? That could make him more precious than the Talmud Chacham? What? So some people explained it to themselves that when the Ish Poshet does a mitzvah, he does it with such a sincerity, with such a pure heart, that it makes his mitzvah more precious than the mitzvahs of a Talmud Chacham. Which is probably true. But is that it? So we're saying Talmud Chacham has his virtues that make him special. The Ish Poshet has his virtues that make him special. The Talmud Chacham excels in knowledge and understanding. The simple Jew excels in sincerity and honesty. Okay? And sincerity and honesty are more precious even than being a lamdan, being a Talmud Chacham. That's not exactly what the Baal Shem Tov was saying. But the Alter Rebbe had to explain it. It's not everybody has some virtue and the Eibishter loves every person for the virtue that they have. It's not about virtues. It's about a Jew. So if you find some kind of great quality to the Ish Poshet, you're going the wrong way. You're not looking in the right place. Don't look for what is special about him, for what he does special, for the characteristics that are special. It's not about that. He's Jewish. That's all. He is a chelik elika mimal. Because he is Jewish and he has a nefesh elikis, of course you're going to find expressions of that somewhere. If not in learning, in doing mitzvahs. If not in doing mitzvahs, it's in the desire to do mitzvahs. In the sincerity of his doing mitzvahs. But that's only an expression of who he is. That's not what makes him precious. So it's not like the Baal Shem Tov told us that God prefers sincerity over scholarship. That is so beside the point. Because scholarship is impersonal and sincerity is impersonal. So if a mother would say, I love all my children. Some of them I love because they're very smart, and some of them I love because they're very sweet. In other words, she doesn't love any of her children. She loves smart and sweet. How about her children? What about them? Some of them are smart, some of them are sweet. Yeah, but skip the smart and the sweet. You have children? Yeah. You love them? Yeah. Why? Because some are smart and some are sweet. That's so impersonal. The Chiddush of the Baal Shem Tov, which the Alter Rebbe explained and revealed, was that it has nothing to do with qualities and talents and virtues and achievements and accomplishments. The Eibishter is obsessed with you because you're a Jew. A Jew in a Beis Medrash, a Jew in a Sodeh, a Jew in a desert, it doesn't matter. So don't go looking for virtues to justify the Eibishter's obsession with a Jew. It doesn't need justification. He's crazy about Jews. What about Jews? Nothing about them, just Jews. Like your children. What do you like about your children? About them? Nothing. They're brats. So what do you like? I like my children. I wish they weren't brats, because they're my children. So there's no conditions. Like, if they weren't such brats, I'd really enjoy them. No conditions. So how significant is it that the Baal Shem Tov and the Alter Rebbe are born on Chai Elul? Not just Elul, Chai Elul. It just seems so planned. It's like somebody had this plan and knew exactly what he was doing by having the Baal Shem Tov and the Alter Rebbe born on Chai Elul, not a day before, not a day after. Why? Because Elul, without the Baal Shem Tov and without the Alter Rebbe, had no life. There was no life to it. It was an uncomfortable, threatening month. Yom Kippur is coming. Start worrying now. Get anxious now. Start biting your nails now because you're in trouble. What kind of month was it before the Baal Shem Tov? They gave Elul its life. Elul is such a welcoming month. It never was. And again, the reason is, the justification is, in the olden days, it was your performance that counted. The whole focus was, did you or didn't you? Were you good or weren't you? And if you weren't, you weren't. And that's too bad, because you should have been better. And so now, yeah, you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble.
The field the king will be, in the field the